Good morning, everyone. We're gonna go over the build real quick. We're playing Werewolf, Cold, Pathfinder. Like most people, I went into this completely blind. I didn't even look. I mean, we couldn't look at the tree until like an hour before the league, but it's going really well. The Act 1 was a little rough because we were trying like every skill, trying everything, see what we liked. But by Act 2, we settled on Cold only, no other supplements. We are specifically cold only werewolf. It's going really, really well. So the skills we are using are shred. Ignore this. I'm not using it. I just kind of stored a gem there. Shred. This thing actually does a surprising amount of damage. We're using rapid attacks 2, magnified area, and rage. What I would do if you don't have the 2 link yet, 3 link yet, just use rapid attacks 1 and rage. Magnified area is nice for the pops later. So I honestly, with how the build is working, we probably don't need magnified area. I actually might use conk effect. It's really, really strong. Lunar assault is our main clear. We're using elemental armament. Freeze. These are the 2 I would focus on first. Freeze, just because you can freeze everything in 1 to 2 hits. Bosses in like 3 or 4 hits, it's really, really good. Then I'm using Ice Bite just for some supplemental damage, but we're probably going to change that later. And then Ancestral Call is something I just added. I wasn't sure. I wanted to test it out, and man, it's really nice for clear. Once we get Ancestral Call 2, where it's down to 3 seconds, it feels really good walking into a pack, Ancestral Calling the entire pack instantly. Boom, big Herald of Ice pops. It feels so good. We're using Pounce for Freezing Mark. I recommend it. It's so strong. I use Fist of War because Pounce does clear packs. I'm trying to get it to where Pounce will clear packs and with Herald of Ice, but right now we just don't have the damage on it. And then I'm using Mark of Siphoning. I would probably use Freezing Mark and Mark of Siphoning, but I do like the damage on Fist of War. The cooldown, it adds up. Like this comes on cooldown slightly before this one does, so you pretty much always have it. Arctic Howl, I actually stopped using. It's kind of bad. Like the damage you get is not that great. I was using it until I got Lunar Blessing, so you can use it to freeze bosses. I use Raging Cry and Deep Freeze, and then I added Tireless later, but I think that was pointless. I literally have stopped using Arctic Howl. It's not even on my bar anymore. It is nice in Act like 2 and 3 if you use Deep Freeze, and when the boss is primed for freeze, you will notice a little ice chunk floating around them. You can cast Arctic Howl and it will freeze them for way longer, allowing you to shred and get lots of more ice shards. Aerial Device, of course, Elemental Armament, Magnified Area, and Cold Attunement. It's just nice for the pops. Magnified Area and Elemental Armament will clear a pack really, really easy. Cross Slash I use just to pull in the shreds. But I'll explain that in a second. Wolfpack, it sucks. Wolfpack sucks. I'm still using it because it's kind of funny and fun, because I don't really know what else to use. Eventually, I would like to use Herald of Thunder and go Partial Lightning, but for right now, we're just having them blind and maim. It helps a bit. It does, but they do essentially 0 damage, and half of them are bugged. Almost in every, you've probably seen it on YouTube or clips or whatever. They're bugged. Most of the time they don't do damage at all, like actually 0 damage because they're bugged. Lunar Blessing, wow, this thing is good. I pop it pretty often. Prolonged duration, concentrated area because of the beams, and then cooldown recovery. I can have it up permanently with rage on here and the tree. You can pretty much have it up for like 16 seconds all the time, and this thing hits hard. The moonbeams hit really, really hard, and with concentrated effect or area, it's really good. For the tree, we are a pathfinder. We are not a druid. I have gone starting the warrior point, and I've gone the traveler's wisdom. I haven't barely used this yet, but I'm kind of playing for endgame. We've gone through attack speed nodes. We've gone through elements. We went through the elemental attack ones. And then we did the old cheese. It's weaker this time. But with Pathfinder, we can go up here, which I haven't gotten yet. We can go up here and get these nodes that do have the double stacking on it. So this is just very, very clean for just, you know, raw damage that scales everything. I rushed here. I went here, and then rushed this. By that time, I had Path of the Warrior, and then we are going through melee damage, AoE. Mana was a problem, but I will fix this eventually. That's why we are Pathfinder, so we can get damage and cost efficiency. We are going skill speed while shape-shifted. We are going up the rage tree. This gives us a ton of damage. I mean, this is essentially what, like 18% more damage with rage, because every one rage is 1%, or is it 2 rage? There you go. 1%. And then we are going up to this cold tree. I actually got some regen, but I kind of hate it. So I'm literally about to respec out of this and go to skill speed. And then we are going to go up here. We're going to go to companion. And I don't really know where we're going after that. I still haven't decided. Like I said, I'm just winging this. But the build feels good. I'll show you a boss fight here. Items, it's pretty simple. I'm using a talisman. I got pretty lucky on this talisman. I just equipped it. Not bad, not bad. My gear is abysmal. My gear is abysmal. I was literally wearing an Act 1 chest until recently, which I am now level 55. Look at this. Like, my gear is abysmal. My my resistances are terrible. But I haven't even barely noticed it, because since you freeze everything instantly, including bosses in like 3 hits, like majority of most fights, they don't get to react. They're just permanently frozen. And so, hey, if you can't get hit, you can't die. But it's been a very fun build so far. The combo is you just pounce in, applying your mark. You lunar assault until everything is frozen. That's for packs. That's it. You just pounce in and lunar assault, everything dies. For bosses and very tanky rares, which I don't even use shred on rares. I literally just use 3 lunar assaults on rares and they're dead. But for bosses, you pounce in, you lunar assault until they're frozen. You spam shred, and then you cross slash. Because when you shred, it drops all the little shards on the ground, and then cross slash bursts them. So pretty much with how long I freeze, I can do 2 full rotations on shred, and then I cross slash. If you want some supplemental damage, which I just now unlocked, Lunar Blessing, it like almost doubles. The damage on Lunar Blessing is insane. It helps you clear packs. It helps you annihilate bosses. If you can keep this up all the time, cast speed's kind of annoying because it's like 1 second, but it's really good. I have it. The cooldown is shorter than the duration for me now, so I can pretty much keep this up all the time. And the moonbeams just absolutely destroy everything. But that's pretty much the combo. Like, you just, yeah, like I said, pounce in, lunar assault, shred, cross slash. You don't want to shred until they're frozen. But I mean, you can. It actually does a lot of damage even without frozen. But I can instant phase bosses before they're able to react. I'll show you here in a second. That's the build. We're gonna keep pushing it on. We're gonna keep continuing. That's it. Check in a day or two when we're like starting to really get into endgame. I'm in the interludes. I just finished Act 4. And I'll see you then. Check out this boss kill. Bye-bye.
As you wish. Shatter! Godly fiends. Let them die.
Easy peasy.
So long as divinity disgraces the world, no one is safe.